Hello everybody and welcome to a new pen mesh video. In this video I'm going to talk about my favorite top 10 items of actually last month of July. I'm a little bit late with this video, but better late than never, right? So without further ado, let's just get into it. These items are going to be shown in random order, so just because I'm showing something first doesn't necessarily mean that it's my favorite item, and because I'm showing something last, again, it doesn't mean that it's my favorite or my least favorite item. First up, as shown in the little thumbnail, we have this little notebook. Now this notebook I think is great for a variety of things. First off, you can use it as a journal or you can use it as a sketchbook because the pages are blank like you can see here. Also, there's a little bookmark so you can just, put it wherever you're at and then it's easy to find. These books are super inexpensive. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I think it's only like around a few bucks. And it has so many pages, so you're not gonna run out of space for a while. So yeah, these are super useful. I think this one comes in two sizes. Actually, this is a smaller one. And as you can see here, there's like some kind of stain, but normally if I make stains on these kind of like brown paper, whatever, I'll just put a sticker. What I've used this for is like for motivational things. I've been posting on my second Instagram account. I'll link it down in the description box below if you wanna check it out. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been using this for. Again, highly recommend it. Staying within sort of the notebook niche-ish is this paper pad. Now it's kind of too big to fit in the frame, but it looks like this. It's size B5 and there are 50 sheets. Now the reason why I like this is because the paper is super smooth and also because it's blank on one side and lined on the other. Meaning that if you don't want to use the lined side, you can just use the blank side on the back. So I really like this. This pad is completely new because I used up my old one, so I got a new one. Next up, we have these two. They kind of count as one item here. As you can see, I've opened it and put it back wrongly. I've actually been using both, but I tend to keep my sticky notes inside of the plastic wrapping unless I have a better place to put them, because otherwise I find that dust and dirt get stuck in the, sticky side, and that's kind of gross, right? I really like these weekly ones just for scheduling small tasks. Obviously, my entire schedule can't fit on this thing. I think this is great for like if you have a side project or something like that where you just want to plan it out briefly. Also, because this is like a sticky note calendar weekly thing, you can stick it inside your normal planner or in your bullet journal or in your school notes, work notes, whatever, and it makes things a lot more organized. Next to this, we have this sticky notes to-do list. I mean, it's just a normal to-do list, but what really attracted me to this is the fact that it's so tiny and so super cute. You can stick it inside your daily planner or whatever, and you have a to-do list right where you want one to be. I don't really know what, I didn't know where I was going with that statement. But anyway, these are highly recommended items and I use them a lot. Next up, we have sort of a basic item, which is this ruler. I'm sure all of you know this ruler. It's been around forever. Muji has carried this item for as long as I have known about Muji, I think. And I think this is my third or fourth ruler because sometimes I just tend to lose them. I don't really know. But I really like this metal ruler. I mean, I don't really know what more to say. It's a ruler. It has this like raised edge. So if you're using some kind of pen with like a felt tip or something like that and you draw here, it won't smudge, whereas here, because this side is like touching the paper, there's more risk of smudging. So I think that's a definite plus when it comes to this ruler. Next up, we have another notepad. Now this is literally just a super simple newsprint paper pad. This is another super inexpensive item from Muji. I really recommend this paper pad. I've used it for like general sketching, practicing language, or practicing something where you don't really care about saving the paper, because the paper quality is very it's newsprint, right? So you can also use it for live drawing and things like that. And yeah, I think it's great for that. Next up, we have the tried and true Muji pens. Now I have two different kinds here just because I like both. I mean, I've posted previous reviews where I said I think I preferred this one over the others, and that is still the case. But that doesn't mean that I don't like the others. It just means that, I like this kind better. Just because, I don't know, they're a little bit smoother. But overall, I like these pens. All Muji pens. I mean, the colors are cute. They write great. So, of course, they're going to make my recommended list of July because I always use them. So, I mean, I recommend them. Next, we have another notebook. Now, this one I bought not long ago. I don't really know what to use it for, or now I do, but in the beginning I didn't. In the beginning I kind of used it for like sticking my washi tape, but then I realized that that was kind of a waste because this is actually not an inexpensive notebook, especially compared to the other ones I've shown. I think this one is like maybe $5 or maybe more, I don't remember. But yeah, so then I decided to make it like a self-improvement journal. And then I made some pages like this that I also posted on my other Instagram channel, which again I've linked down in the description box. And then I sort of decided to change gears and make it into an actual motivation productivity journal, which I'm not going to show because it's not interesting at all. It's just like my own personal goals, so I don't think anyone really cares about that. Or if you do, then let me know down in the comments below and I'll make a video about that. Actually, I kind of want to make a series about that. So yeah, not my goals, but goals in general. So yeah, this one, again, I highly recommend it. Just to talk about it a little bit, there's a this elastic band, as you can see here. If I could just figure out how to close it, you know, it keeps it shut. The corners are rounded, which is like kind of a random thing to point out, but I kind of like that because then they don't get all bent out of shape if you put it in your bag. And the paper is just like this. It's like, now the lighting is always weirdly blue in my apartment and I try to correct it, but it always turns out blue. So anyway, the paper is actually just a normal off-white Muji color, and then it has some dots. So yeah. Next up we have this item, which is like a glue roller. It looks like this, and this little tip thing, there's glue on one side. So when you roll it, you can stick two pieces of paper together. And on this side there's glue, so you can see here, if you roll it like this, then it's not really glue, it's more like double-sided tape. And then you can just fold it over and like it's stuck together. I use it a lot actually. I think this is super useful also for like sticking things into your notes or sticking things into your like bullet journal or whatever kind of journal you're using, just because it doesn't leave like glue residue. It's not wet, you don't have to wait for it to dry, but at the same time it's double-sided and super convenient. So this one is highly recommended. Another highly recommended super useful item is this tiny little knife, also from Muji. I picked this up along with some replacement blades, and I just keep it in my pencil case for like daily cutting needs. I don't know, like if you have a little string on your, you know, shirt or whatever, it's super useful. And of course also for cutting papers and things like that. So again, highly recommend it. Super basic little item, but you know, it's so small. Let me show you compared to a normal box cutter here, just to put it into perspective, because when I'm holding it, it might look, you know, not as small as it actually is, but it's super small and super compact, which makes it great for keeping in your pencil case or whatever. Last but not least, I have this super cool shredder that I recently picked up. Now, I decided to get this one because I tend to have a lot of packages coming in, and whenever I do, I have to somehow get rid of the address label. And I got tired of like saving it and waiting until I wasn't lazy and was ready to like, I don't know, cut it up with a pair of scissors. So I saw this one and I thought, you know what, this is so much more convenient. So let me just demonstrate here. It can take up to 2 pieces of paper at a time. I don't think you need much more than that for like a handheld shredder, but I don't know. So you basically just put the paper as I did, and then you just twist the handle and then it shreds it like this. I mean, if this isn't fine enough for you, then I don't know, but it's like, you know, normal shredder quality. I don't know, I'm pretty satisfied with this little item, and it's like one of my most recent Muji pickups, so I don't know. All in all, I think this is pretty cool. That's all for this time. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, then please don't forget to subscribe and also hit that bell icon down below if you want to get notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!